Byron, Gray Sickles Avenue, New Rochelle, speaking as the president of Local 273. Good evening to you all. I address council once again regarding the proposed reduction in the budget that will effectively reduce our on-duty staffing on occasion to 24 men on duty. I have spoken privately with most, if not all of you, by the time this public hearing has occurred. The message has been the same. The proposed reduction to our staffing is not in the best interest of our ability to perform our duties to adequately protect the citizens of New Rochelle or her firefighters. Politicians or committees should not be making recommendations or assessments on our ability to provide service. These decisions should be left to the professionals who have an understanding of the many hazards related to fighting fires or mitigating any of the many different types of incidents we are called upon to manage. A city the size of New Rochelle that contains many different types of structures, commercial and residential, high-rise, churches, schools, nursing homes, and hospitals. A city that has major transportation routes through it, such as Interstate 95, Hutchinson River Parkway, and Metro North. A city that has many miles of coastline and is geographically shaped the way it is. There's no way to adequately convey the many possibilities and scenarios we face on a daily basis or how to manage the operations related to them. Where do you propose to implement the reduction? As in the past, it will probably be the closing of Ladder 12 on Webster Avenue that protects the oldest, most densely populated portion of the city. It is a strategic move that will no doubt result in tragedy sooner or later. Ladder 12 is also the first or second on scene for most of the city. Any delays caused by their not being in service could be disastrous, as much needed time will pass without crucial tasks being performed. Time is our enemy when fighting a structure fire. The longer it takes to get wet stuff on the red stuff, the likelihood of a successful rapid extinguishment has vanished. You need to have an understanding of the relationship between community hazards and the associated risks. Our goals are not as always simple, but our key responsibility is to prevent civilian injury and death, firefighter injury and death, and to aggressively minimize property loss and environmental impact. On another topic, the subject of our pending ISO rating has also been a concern. Council asked many questions regarding the impact of a change during the fire department session of their evaluations. Both businesses and residential rates are likely to increase, contrary to statements and impressions given at that session. There are many communities throughout our country who aspire and make efforts to improve their rating, knowing the impact it will have on their insurance rate, as well as making their community a more desirable place for business and industry to want to make it their home. In closing, I will make the same plea that I made last month. Please adequately fund the fire department so that we can do our job, protecting ourselves with a proper amount of men on duty, and help us to protect the citizens of New Rochelle.